What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Nickatina Show early edition because we have a special guest, two special guests today, one of which is the man himself, the legend, Film Gob will be here in the studio today, along with Tyler from Subjective Reviews, a good friend of mine, and both these guys are awesome. And yes, Anthony is not here with us today. He may be joining us later, but he will always be with us in spirit.
It's fire.
Always fire. Always. So, guys, let's take a look here. Let's see everyone in the chat. What's going on, everybody? We got 5 people in the chat, and it's going to be climbing pretty soon because guess who's coming? None other than Tyler and Film Gob. What's going on, you guys?
Oh, what's up? What is going on?
Hello,
great,
everyone,
man. Great. So, guys, oh, here's Fear Jason. Hey, what's going on? El Capi Desiam. Best take Ryan. Oops, sorry, wrong stream. Well, yeah, he's working right now, although he was here last night, and that is true. And R2, are you ready to go? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought too. Oh, okay. You already said your piece. Stop. I know. Okay. So, guys, we had some crazy news that happened this week, and we're going to go over all of that. But first, I just want to say thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot to me. And I know the viewers are happy you guys are here as well because everyone was really excited about the stream. And here's AK saying hashtag hey Gob Life. And I told them earlier, but your Gob Life videos are they're top notch, dude. I mean, they're just so badass. They're just hella gangster, you know what I mean? And they don't even try. They're just badass.
Yeah.
Well, I try, but I've not done one in a while, so I need to do another one. I think actually the Vin Diesel one was the most recent, so I need to get on that.
Dude, those videos have to take you a while to make because some of them are like 10, 15 minutes long, and you have so many edits and so many clips that you have to put in there and just the timing and everything. Yeah, I mean, God bless you on that because I've tried making some of those videos and I'm just like, man, this just isn't for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just save up those videos over time and then I just put them together. So it's like,
yeah,
that's true, huh? Because like the more clips you have, the more you can just kind of splice them together.
Yeah.
What's this? Tyler, it feels like we haven't seen you in ages. I know, Tyler. It's so good to see you, man.
Yeah, I mean,
there he is. He's right there, everybody.
I'm happy to be back streaming again. Yeah, no, I've just kind of been like, taking it easy, kind of taking time for myself. But I don't know, I felt like it was a good time to kind of get off of Twitter and I mean, I want to make more videos. I'm kind of having a hard time finding content. Before I would always like get to a point where I would always come up with something. I would always I would do three videos a week no matter what. But more recently I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to like make videos when, some important shit comes out or, it's something I really want to talk about. So this week, really nothing. I mean, yeah, stuff came out, but nothing I really wanted to chime in on yet. But I'm sure we'll talk about some of that stuff on today's episode.
Exactly, and Gob, that's the other one too. Your Dead Scope video that was so good, so good.
Yeah, Alberto Gonzalez. You got the dreaded call from Dead Scoop. So,
oh yeah, I saw that was a good one.
I was asking who's the next victim. Oh, I don't know. You'll have to think about it.
I love how you do his voice too. You're like, what do you think you're doing? He's like, I'm sorry.
That dude is just such a waste of time.
Oh,
everything he says, whatever he says, just think the opposite. Whatever he says, don't.
I mean, when was the last time that he dropped the scoop that like shook the internet?
He hasn't.
I can't.
He hasn't. Not for a while. No. I mean, I almost think he was better back in the day when he was with Latino Review. I thought he was actually more, credible. And since then, I don't know. I just it doesn't seem like he's supposed to be an ace scooper or so-called ace scooper. I haven't seen it, but I know it's a tough job, but still, we got McLovin here in the chat.
McLovin.
Let's wake the fuck up. Yes, exactly. Nick, heard the news about Regal Cinemas closing. Yes, I have, and we will talk about that as well. But first, let's get to know these two guys, and we're gonna talk a few questions that I have for you guys. Oh, look, Sil Abdul's here. Shit, Tyler, gotta have you on Coffee Talk.
Yo, real quick. what happened to Sil with the 4 nerds? Did he get kicked out? What happened with that?
You
Is that
have
like-
to ask Sil that question.
Is that like a touchy subject? Because I was on one day and I was like, "Where's he at? His face isn't on there anymore."
Yeah, Sil has branched off and he's doing his own project, as far as I know, and they're still in good terms, obviously. But
that's cool, yeah.
And then Sil, you have a link to the show as well. So if you want to come on and say your piece, you're more than welcome to come on. Look at So guys, Tyler, you've been doing. Both of you guys have been doing this for a long time.
I wouldn't say I've been doing it as long as Gob.
Well, no, Gob has been doing longer than all three of us.
Yeah.
And then both of us, that is. So I guess we'll start with Gob then. Gob, what got you started on making a YouTube channel and making your videos? I mean, like what was your inspiration to begin with? Like, I mean, what gave you the drive to say, you know what, I'm going to do it?
I don't know. I was just watching the Collider and John Campia, and I was like, these guys can do it. I can do it.
Exactly.
And I remember the Man of Steel reviews came out, and I was like, no, that's not right. Something needs to be done about that. And I remember the Batman v Superman hype, and I thought maybe it's like a good time to start. And that's what it was. I used to do like, podcasts, just kind of regular movie news, kind of updates, reviews. I did written film reviews. So that's how I got started. But then after a year of it, I thought, I want to have some fun. So that's when Shorty McShortbread. And that's when those videos kind of start. That's when my channel started taking off.
Yeah, and your characters that you play, the Shorty McShortbread, he has the Rorschach mask.
Oh, that's a Rorschach. That's a
that's the other guy. But you have all these different characters that you play, and you do them so well. And I love everything you do. I love. And I remember when I first discovered you, I was like, "Who's Film Gob?" And then I started watching on your videos. I was like, "My God, this guy's hilarious!" And the thing is that I love is that it's almost like you're hilarious, but you don't even try. like you just do it very casually and very calmly, and it's hilarious. I'm like, "Oh my God, this guy's great."
I kind of go through different kind of phases, and I've had different kind of videos that are appeal to different kinds of people. So I'm kind of lucky to get where I am, but I don't know where to kind of do what to do now. So I've done some kind of conspiracy videos recently, and they've kind of been popular.
Oh, is that the Joe Biden?
Yeah, and the Tom Hanks.
Oh, the Tom Hanks one too. That whole story is crazy in itself too. Let's see. We got Rasha Taylor in the chat. Hey, can't stay on my way to work, but just wanted to say hello. What's up, Rasha? Thank you for stopping by.
Hello.
Matija Jovic, he's saying hi to Sil Abdul. Oh wait, my StreamYard is freaking out. Hold on. I hate when it does this.
Got to pay that bill, man.
Okay, so I'm frozen right now. I know. There he is. He's saying hi to Sil. And then he said, just tuning in. Awesome panel. Well, thank you, Sil. Dumberto and Deadscope are hilarious. And they really are. But one question I wanted to ask you, God, was out of all the videos that you made, what would you say is like your most like controversial video? Like the one that has brought the most amount of comments and I guess heat. Don't worry. He's a professional. So what would it be? What would be your video that you're like, that was the one that really shook things up?
Like very, very early, I think it was the Captain America Civil War Rotten review, where it was fairly short, and it was just kind of, it was Shorty behaving like a typical fanboy, and some people got the joke, some didn't, and it just kind of went from there, I guess. But I don't know. I've had lots of like my most popular video is like the Mark Hamill hates Last Jedi. So like, even Rob Lowe tweeted it. I was like, whoa,
really?
Yeah. He was like, oh, Mark Hamill gets it. Mark Hamill is he knows what's up. I was like, wow, Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe, that's good though.
You still get comments on the video like, I hope everyone realizes this is edited. I was like, well, some parts are edited for comedy, but other parts, Mark Hamill's just telling you how it is. So you still get comments like that.
Yeah.
People just like criticizing it.
Yeah, they weren't. Some people weren't happy.
But that's the thing with like when it comes to Star Wars. I mean, it's such a controversial topic these days that it's just. And I have my Star Wars hat on. I couldn't find it earlier, and then my wife came in and gave it to me. She's like, "Here's your hat," and she found it like in 2 seconds. I was like looking for it for like a half an hour, and I was like, "I think your brother took my hat," and then she came in here and gave it to me. I was like, "Oh, I guess it wasn't that hidden if you could find it." And then so for Tyler. What started you down this path of doing your own shows on YouTube and starting your own channel at that?
Well, honestly, like whenever I would get on YouTube, it would just be to listen to music, right? And then maybe a couple of years ago, all of a sudden I started like listening to like John Campea, like movie news and stuff like that. And then this is all right around, what was it, November 2017 when Justice League came out. This is all kind of when it started. So a couple, maybe in December, I started listening to John Campea.
Wait, what did you say? When what came out?
When Justice League came out.
Why did you say that name?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So this all kind of like okay. So I started listening to Campea, and then it got me to like Dave, the film junkie, for a little bit, and then he started talking about Chris Wong. So then I just like religiously was like listening to Chris Wong videos, every single day, because he pretty much dropped one every single day about this whole Snyder Cut thing. And I was like, oh man, like I was just deep into it. And then like, maybe listening to him for a year, and I was like, you know what, I want to talk about this, because when I bring up these subjects to like my friends or people that I know, like they're all like really big into Marvel, or they just don't get it. So, I never said anything. So I just kind of kept it in. I'm not going to talk to my wife about it. So I said, you know what?
Don't make that mistake.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? I want to start a YouTube channel so I can express myself. And that's pretty much what I did. Is at first I started and I was just doing like movie reviews, and every now and then I would do DC videos, and the DC videos were doing very well. So then I just was like strictly DC videos. And yeah, just talking a lot about the Snyder Cut and all that. And that's really why I started YouTube, was just to express myself and to give my opinion on everything DC, Snyder Cut, all that good stuff, and of course to fight for the movie. And we won. We finally won. So it was a great year.
I know, and guys, like just the idea of that sinking in, like we won. We got what we wanted and what we were fighting for.
You can go right now. Go to YouTube right now, and you can go to YouTube. You're on YouTube. You can.
I'm on YouTube.
After
you are too.
Don't do it right now. But
no,
after the stream,
it'll jack everything up if I do.
Yeah, you have the power to go watch the Snyder Cut trailer. Like what? Like, are you kidding me? Like, there's a trailer for it. Like,
there's a trailer.
Holy shit! Like, it happened. Like, still can't believe it.
And the fact that you brought that up, Gob, that was probably one of the. It sounds really nerdy of me, but that was one of the greatest moments of my life, aside from like a lot of the other great moments of my life, like my kids and my marriage and all that. But when we got to watch that trailer on Fatal J's stream, the day of DC fandom, that was just, like, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Some people were not happy with that.
No, they weren't. They weren't happy.
Yeah,
because
just to kind of keep myself, clean. I was like, I better get out of here, because I don't want like people attacking me for watching the trailer on YouTube. But then I did watch it privately.
Yeah.
And even people are pissed off at that. They were like, you watched it before everyone else. I was like, well,
everybody watched it, and that's the thing. I'm not afraid to say, I watched it, because I know about 1,000 other people who watched it at the same time I did, or around the same time I did. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Listen, it was something that we fought for 3 years, and you think that we're just gonna play by the rules now and go, okay, we're just gonna wait until 5:30? Like, no.
Yeah. I mean, we did Jeffrey Warfield. Come on.
We still watched it when Zach was on, but when the panel was on, we all still tuned in, so it was like no big deal.
And I gotta say,
I remember when Gob exited the stream.
yes. My two favorite reactions so far from watching that trailer was Gob's and Prime's, because Gob left, and when he came back, because you're like a really like even keeled dude, like you're just very like kind of And then all of a sudden you come back in the stream and you're like, holy shit, this, oh my God.
Yeah, you're like, that was better than any of that shit we saw in Justice League.
And Prime was like screaming.
It was such a well done trailer. I don't like, even though like I like Leonard Cohen, I love his music, and it's like I've never heard people complaining about Hallelujah, so I don't know what people are talking about when they're like, "Oh my God, you used that song." Like, who? I don't know where that fake outrage came from, but I thought it was really well done, edited. The music choice, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, all of us. I mean, watching that trailer. I mean, we were all like this. It was incredible, and yeah, that was a great moment. You were inside the house. Sorry, buddy, we weren't set up yet. I know you had to watch the kids. Yeah, enough for the drinks, dude. I mean, no, it's fine, whatever. Okay, so there was some pretty big news that happened over the week, right? And one of the bigger ones was obviously about the Spider-Verse, how they're expanding that out from Marvel Studios. And you guys, there was that Instagram post by Jamie Foxx that talked about him being a part of a new installment of Spider-Man. What is this? Come on. Sorry. A Zoom update popped up on my screen. I don't know why. Let's see. And I have it right here. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. And here was the post right here. You know, super excited to be a part of the new Marvel Spider-Man new installment. Can't wait for y'all to check the new one. And I won't be blue in this one, but 1,000% badass. And then they took it down. It was taken down. Obviously, at this point now, I agree with what Ryan from Zverset was saying. I think it was one big marketing ploy. I think it was done on purpose. It was put up there and taken down because they know everyone's going to screenshot it. And everyone's going to pass it around. So now, trying to turn it into a secret that got leaked makes it even bigger. But I like the fact that if this is true, then there stands a great chance. Moving the letters around. There stands a great chance that we're going to see my favorite Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, back on the big screen with the other two Spider-Man. And I think that's a great move. I mean, guys, what do you think about this, Tyler?
No, I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, see, Spider-Man has always been my favorite character when it comes to Marvel until they brought Tom Holland in. I mean, I was, whatever. I was for it. I loved Tobey Maguire. I loved Andrew Garfield. Mm-hmm. And then they brought in Tom Holland, and I was like, okay, cool. And then, like, I thought he was pretty good in Civil War. And then whenever they started giving him his first movie and the second, like, I hated him. I hate him as Spider-Man. I just do not like him. So if you want to give me this Spider-Verse where you bring back Tobey Maguire and you bring back Andrew Garfield, I'm for that. I mean, I think it's a good idea. It's definitely where they need to go. That's where, I mean, obviously you can kind of say it's copying off of DC to a certain extent, but yeah, I mean, it's what they have to do. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch it. But yeah.
Well, I mean, but what do you get? First of all, Gob, I know this is MCU, and I don't know if you're a big fan of Tom Holland, which you probably aren't. But, I mean, the idea they're doing it, do you think this is more of a reaction to what DC is doing with their multiverse? Or do you think that DC was reacting to what they knew was coming from the MCU on the fact that MCU was going to expand their multiverse as well?
Well, before this stream started, I was on Twitter roasting some fake Spider-Man fans, right? And it's just like, can you bring that image back up again if you can?
Which one?
The one that Jamie Foxx was.
Oh yeah, this one.
So he's like, I'm not going to be. He says, I won't be blue in this one. So what's he? Is he going to be purple? Purple like that's what it looks like. And it's
going to be a big art cloud.
Yeah. So what Tom Holland does he need other Spider-Men to help him out? Well, like that is it's so weak. It's like I just don't. I can't stand that guy, but I can't stand his Spider-Man either.
Yeah.
And the MCU fans, oh my god, sick. But you're asking, do I think maybe DC Warner Brothers heard about what MCU were planning and they started to push ahead? I don't know, man. It's like
it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Yeah, because
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, we knew that Sony wanted to do they wanted to expand Spider-Man's universe, a number of years ago. That never happened. So, but I think it's more of a reaction to what DC is doing. They know that there's a market for that, and they know that since DC is taking advantage of their Batman, I mean, there's a few characters that the MCU has, but Spider-Man is the one character that is probably closer to what Warner Brothers has with Batman, where you have like 3 different iterations of the character. With Batman, you have 5 different iterations of the character. So I mean, it's the one character that they do have. Now, obviously, they have like the Hulk, but there's going to be lots of loopholes with that because Universal owns the distributing rights to the Hulk. So if they make a movie, Universal puts that movie out, not Disney or Marvel Studios. So that's why he's always been just a side character in all the other movies, because they don't want to deal with Universal.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to see that coming out. You're getting worried, okay? But other than that, what other hero do they have that they can do this with besides the Hulk and Spider-Man? I know there's one more.
Yeah, I mean they really don't. Is that this whole Spider-Verse thing, is that going to be under like Sony's realm?
Yes.
Okay. So it really has nothing to do. I mean,
well, no, it's still going to be in the MCU, but it's going to be, Sony's going to head this project apparently, or I think they're the ones who are going to be filming it or whatnot. But I know they're in charge for the most part.
Yeah.
Here, let me take this off, dude, because you're dropping it. And that thing shatters. If that falls on the ground, it like breaks into like a million pieces. You're like, oh. Here, take that off. There you go. I know. You feel naked now. Well, that's what happens.
I mean, like when you think about like the multiverse and all that stuff, you think of DC, and I really think that DC going down this multiverse path has nothing to do with Marvel. I think it's because of what's going on with Zack Snyder. You had Warner Brothers who was trying to go down this certain path, and then AT&T comes in and they're like, "Oh no, we're giving Zack his movie." And it's kind of like, oh, well, we had stuff going on over here. What do we do now? We got this Batman that we want to have Robert Pattinson. And they're like, oh, we can do the multiverse. We can do all kinds of stuff. It doesn't matter anymore. I think that's why they're really going down. They're really pushing hard on the multiverse. Has nothing to do with the MCU.
And you go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know Sean O'Connell was talking about, what's canon and what's not. Well, everything's canon in a way, and Zack Snyder's Snyderverse is outside of the DCEU, something like that. Or he was trying to explain what Snyder told him, and I was like, well, if I was Zack Snyder, I'd be like, all these bloggers and sheep on the internet trashing my films, right?
Yeah,
I would probably want to say, you know what? Even though my film started the bloody DCEU, right? It's my film, my universe that I started.
Yeah.
I might as well just say, you know what? You guys over there, Warner Brothers, you want to do your MCU 2.0, whatever it is, MCU copy, right? You can do that. Let me just finish my films that I want to make. And sure, say it's not part of the DCEU. Okay, fine. Just let me make my films. So that's, I don't know if that's Zach's, how Zach's kind of saying that, but I don't know.
No, I think so. I mean, I don't see him sticking around being some kind of architect of the whole DCEU. I mean, the guy's a filmmaker. He wants to make other films. He doesn't want to be sitting around doing all that. And Sean O'Connell did even say that Zach thought, or Zach didn't want to deal with the headache of, controlling an entire universe. And then, we'll dive more into that as well, because I'm going to have him on the show in 2 weeks. He'll be on here, so I'm going to ask him about that as well. But I think Zach is a filmmaker, so I think you let him make his films, and then you go from there. And until then, they got to find somebody who can run the DCU correctly and not do what they did last time and start spewing out garbage like they did, like this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
I mean, it's just.
I kind of beg to differ a little bit with the whole Zach controlling, what's going on in the DC and everything. is like you don't know like what Zach's plans are. Does Zach really just want to do a Justice League 2 and 3 and be done and be like, I'm done with this? I want my movies and I just want to move on and do my own thing. Or does he want to be in control of the future of the DC? And I think that he wants to be in control of the future of the DC. Not like he'll probably direct a couple more movies and then that be it, but he'll kind of be like the Kevin Feige, if you will, of what's going on in DC because he loves these characters. Like,
yeah,
I feel like as a director, he wanted these characters so bad. He grew up on the comic books and all that. Definitely huge DC fan. And now he has them in his possession. And I just think he wants to hold on to them as long as he can. That's just how I personally feel. I could be wrong. Again, it could just be like, let me just finish my movies and move on and do other stuff. But yeah, I feel like for, I don't know, like the next like 5-10 years, like I feel like Zach is going to be like the guy that's going to kind of be in control of this whole universe. But I could be wrong. That's just how I feel about it.
I mean, we've still not kind of heard anything from J.J. Abrams. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Maybe Warner Brothers want him to be their big producer on all these kind of big universe films. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Richard has a question for you, Film Gob. He wants to know: is this a new studio?
No, it's just my lights are off.
The lights are off. I like that. It's just off. It's all Gob. That's all it is. 100%.
You'll see the hot pink in the background when I do my live stream. Speaking of pink, I was just listening to Blackpink's new album. It's pretty good.
Blackpink.
Any Blackpink fans out there?
No, but I'm going to look it up.
I'm going to look it up right now, actually. If Gob says it's good, then I believe him.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen
for Amazon.
I'm more into their singles, but I was listening to their album. They just came out, I think, the other day.
So another big headline that hit yesterday was cinemas closing. So the Regal theaters are shutting down in the UK, Ireland, and the US. I know. And they're not going to open up again until probably sometime next year. I don't know. They don't know when they're going to open up again, especially now that what's it called? A Time to Kill, or the new Bond film has been moved to April. And that was the final dagger where they said, you know what, we're done. Which means that they're probably going to lay off all their employees, all the regular employees for that matter. But who knows? But still, this is bad. This is not good. And Gob had a really cool tweet earlier when you said that it's funny how the government will go and bail out these other companies, but they won't bail out a movie theater company. And that is a direct way of how artists express their artistic ability is in the movie theater. And
it's the banks and the corporations that are messed up the economy. Don't know how many times in the past 20 years, and they keep bailing them out. And yet here's movie theaters. They've done nothing wrong. They're just trying to run their business, and they're just being left on their own. Yeah,
no, definitely. And Matisha agrees. New Blackpink is fire.
All right, I have to check it out.
It's fire.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you.
Mattia was saying, pronounce his name properly. It's Mattia Jovic.
Mattia. Okay, I'm sorry.
So there you go.
Go ahead.
He's like, hey, come here. Mattia Jovic, right?
I think it's Jovic.
Jovic.
Okay.
So
I just wanted to put my 2 cents in on the whole cinema thing. Listen, I love going to the movie theaters. It's a great experience, but at the same time, I think that they're going away. I think streaming is the future, and obviously with Zach's movie coming out on HBO Max, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the movie theaters can survive this, and I just think this might be the time where they just have to, I don't know, move on. I mean, yeah.
I mean, do you really think that the theaters is this the first one to fall? The rest of them going to follow suit? The other theater companies, are they all going to start shutting down?
Well,
and
you said something very interesting, which at first I thought you were going to say they were no, well, you said that I thought they were going to close for good, like they're done, but you're like, no, they're going to close for right now, and then they're going to eventually come back. I found that pretty interesting. So, I mean, yeah, it makes sense for all of them to shut, if that's what they all can do, shut down right now, because no movies are really playing, and then come back when it's, everything is, I guess, safe to go back out there and they can make more money. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, Zach's movie, there's so much riding on it, because when that comes out, it's such a huge movie. When that comes out, and if HBO's numbers go sky high and their subscriptions are ridiculous, and they break the platform when the first episode comes out, and everything is just great, crazy numbers, that's going to show everyone, like, holy shit, like, we can just start putting these huge blockbuster movies on streaming services now.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I keep on saying this movie, there's so much riding on it. So yeah, if that does very well, if Zach's movie does very well, I can definitely see, like, it's not going to look good for the movie theaters.
I mean, I've got there's about 4 cinemas near me, 4 cinema chains. One is the GFT, the Glasgow Film Theatre. They show really independent films or lesser known films. I remember watching Donnie Darko.
About to become the Gob Film Theater in a minute.
What's that?
No, go ahead. No, I was saying it's about to become the Gob filter, or in the Gob Theater in a minute, because they're probably going to shut down too. Who knows?
Yeah. But GFT, I remember seeing films they're still open. I don't think they have any plans to kind of shut down, but they show smaller films, lesser known films. I remember seeing films like Donnie Darko there for the first time. Old Boy, they were the only cinema showing Old Boy back then. And then you've got Odeon and Cineworld. I've been a Cineworld Unlimited member for 10 years or so. I cancelled it last year because their service is just bad. It's just horrible. Their staff just don't. They're very kind of rude as well. So it's I said some things about them last year, but I feel sorry about them now, obviously. But hopefully it's just temporary, because next year, I mean, hopefully with the whole virus is done somehow, I'm sure we can get back to some kind of cinemas can return next year and everything's going to be great. But I can understand people are rather than stay. You've got home theaters now. You've got your big TVs, you've got speakers and all that. So it's I think more and more people are choosing streaming or Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's just easier. Don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to spend your money. It's just sit at home and watch it. And like you said, the setups are better than ever.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Now it's becoming more about convenience and comfort. I mean, you can watch it in your pajamas, butt naked. You can do whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about being around other people. Especially now with this whole pandemic thing, nobody wants to be around other people enclosed in a room. And if you hear somebody cough or sneeze, people are gonna freak out.
Dude, I keep on going back to the grocery store, right? I go to the grocery store and there's so many people there, and we're all wearing our masks, but yet no one wants to go to a movie theater and sit a couple rows down from someone. Like when I went to go see Tenet, there was 4 people there. It's just, I don't know, it kind of blows my mind. Like, you'll do other stuff. You'll go to family events where there's 40 or 50 people, but you won't go to a movie theater. I don't know.
I mean, I went to see Tenet and it was maybe a third full. So
that's not bad.
It was fine.
Yeah, I mean, and Sil just said earlier, Tenet did actually pretty good for I think probably
Tenet did $300 million.
Yeah, but like for the pandemic and all those movie theaters being shut down and not being shown at every single one, I think those numbers are fantastic. Me personally.
But here's the thing, though, is that if theaters were open, how much would it have done then?
You need to understand. Listen, it wasn't going to make $1 billion. A Nolan film, it gets close, but unless it's Batman, it's not going to make $1 billion. Most of his films, you're probably looking at 600-700 million. So to figure that he made half of that, I think that's pretty good.
Well, and that's all that was out there too, was that and New Mutants in terms of the new movies that came out that everyone wanted to see. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that it did what it did. I haven't even seen the damn movie yet because the theater it's in town where I live hasn't even opened yet. Yep. I'm just like, oh my God. And then they were going to open, and then they said, oh, we can't open it yet. And so, I don't pirate movies. I don't pirate movies. I tell myself that every single day now.
It's not that bad.
Don't. And, so I haven't been able to watch it. So, R2 says he's downloaded it. I'm not watching it because I'm not going to pirate. I don't pirate movies.
Good boy. Do not pirate the Snyder Cut.
No, that's one movie you should not
Nope.
pirate is the Snyder Cut. If anyone pirates that movie, then you're terrible. You're a terrible human being. There were like 10 people in the theater when I saw Tenet. That's bad. I mean, normally, depending on when you go, but I used to work at a movie theater, and so in early shows, sometimes there'll only be like 10 people in there. But
Yeah.
But no, it's really sad, and there's also the idea too that what if moving forward, what if theaters do go away, and that now the only theater that you'll be able to go see a movie at is something like an IMAX theater for like a special event movie, a big blockbuster movie. And because now people are feeling like, hey, that's something that I'll pay money for because I want to see it, with that sound, with that screen, but not see it in a regular theater because, now it's gone.
I mean, I would be actually okay with that because most films that I would go and watch, I would go to Cineworld like twice a week. Oh, well, maybe once or twice a week, trying to catch maybe 2-3 films. And it's like most films that they show is kind of films that I can watch at home. And that's why I decided to cancel my subscription. I was like, maybe once a month or once every 2 months, there's a big movie that I want to watch on the big screen. Preferably IMAX. So there is an IMAX near me. So I think that would be a good way to go. That only the kind of big films would get an IMAX release.
It started coming down to the visuals for me. I was only going to go to the movie theaters if it was a big, blockbuster with a lot of visuals and all that stuff. But a comedy or something like something funny or something not so serious, no, I could watch that at home.
Nickatina, out your pop chat live, not top chat. Oh, I see. I didn't realize I even did that. There we go. Wow.
Fatal throwing knowledge your way again.
Oh, Tyler's a big. That happened to Tyler. Remember you were telling me?
Yes.
He was like, "Hey, click on the comment. Click on the comment." You're like, "Hey, man, who is this guy?"
My first time using StreamYard, Fatal was in there. And he's yelling at me like, "You're doing it wrong. You got to do this." I'm like, "What? I don't know what's going on. Stop yelling at me."
This guy, Fatal J, is coming at me. Should I be worried? But no, it's really sad. But if that's the case, I mean, I agree, Gob, in the sense that there's a lot of films that I'm not going to go see in the theater. I'm not.
Yep.
But the bigger films, the blockbuster films that have huge special effects, this incredible sound, all that stuff. Yeah, then those are the films that I tend to pay money for to go see in the theater. Shit! I even saw Jumanji in the theater because I thought it would be cool, and it was. So, but films like that, I think, should still be in a theater, and I don't want it just to be for like the Avengers Endgame kind of crap. You know what I mean? Like I want to see a lot of movies in the theater, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. This could be the end.
Maybe I'm kind of I don't know. It's like I did say, maybe only the big movies I would be okay with. But then again, I've always had some good experiences watching, lesser known films in the cinema, being surprised, having a good laugh with the audience, and I kind of missed that. I still want that kind of experience too, but maybe times change, unfortunately.
And Fatal, I sent you a link too, so if you want to stop by, go right ahead, because we are going to be moving into our third segment any minute now. And Fatal loves this segment, which is the trivia segment, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, I mean, and I wasn't trying to be negative saying that I feel like the movie theaters are done, but we could all be completely wrong. The movie theaters could, still be a thing for the next 15, 20 years. I don't know. But just to me, it looks like if a big tentpole movie like Zack Snyder's Justice League takes off for HBO Max, then it's not looking good. But
well, I mean, so here's the thing, though, is that if we know that Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be a success, it's going to be regardless. Yeah. I mean, we're all going to see it. I'm going to see it a million times before and even now it's like, look, I'm watching yesterday on my lunch break. What am I doing? I'm watching BVS on HBO Max with my headphones on. I don't know how many times I've done that so far. And, I remember watching, scenes from it on YouTube, but now that I get to watch the entire movie, like whenever I want to, it's such a different experience, and I actually love it. Yeah. So, that the whole convenience factor, it's huge. And like we were saying before, everybody seems to have huge setups at home, especially right now with the pandemic. You should see people are buying stuff like crazy. Like where I work at, people are buying TVs and all kinds of stuff because they know that they're going to be locked in.
Yep.
And surround sound bars. And that's what I have. And I mean, we watch movies here. What is Film Gob dead? No, he's not dead.
No, I'm in the
Come on,
gob life.
Reese.
I am in the gob afterlife.
The Gob afterlife. Oh my gosh. So I mean, then there's that. So and then just because I have you guys on here, and Tyler, I don't think I've ever asked you this question before, and I know I've never asked Gob this question before. And I know I'm kind of changing gears a little bit, but when it first came out, what was your take on Justice League? Did you support it, but support it under the false pretense that you thought it was better than it really was? Because I did that. I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. I kind of liked it. And then very soon after, I was like, that was crap.
Very quickly for me, I wanted to like it, there was a voice in my head just telling me something's not right here. So maybe for like a day or two, I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. And then I knew something was wrong because I told you guys earlier that like a lot of times I would go see movies with my Marvel friends. So then I went to a second viewing of it. And this was only a couple days later, and we all watched it, and they all loved it. And I knew something was wrong. And the one kid, I'll never forget, the one kid when the credits are rolling comes over to me as we're watching the credits, and he goes, "Man, Joss Whedon saved this movie." And at that, quote. At that point, I was like, "Oh God, something's not right here."
Why did you say that name?
I mean,
that's when I was like, no. You could just tell. You could tell that it was not a Zack Snyder movie, and then it was just all hail the Snyder Cut after that.
Oh yeah, and I tried so hard to convince myself that it was, and I'm watching it. I remember thinking, I was like, this seems really different. Like this seems like why is he going? Like why is there so much comedy? Like this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what had gone down, and so I kept thinking, okay, well maybe Zach was trying to do something different. Maybe I don't know, Gob. What was your take on it when it first came out? I mean, were you a fan of it, or did you know right away that like this is trash?
Well, I came out the cinema and I was like, you know what? It was kind of good. It was fine. And then I took the bus home. Took about an hour and a half to get home. And during that journey, I was like, wait a minute, that sucked. The hell? And then, so I came home. I did my live stream. It's still on my channel, and I was like, no. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Gob said it straight away. The movie sucked, while other channels were trying to kind of, it was okay. I can understand people were kind of maybe a bit in denial. They didn't want to, they didn't want to shit on Justice League because we didn't know the story. Didn't know the story, what had happened.
Yeah.
So it took about an hour and a half, but I realized that it was horrible, and I had to say something.
And here were a couple problems with this as well going into the movie. Same thing with you guys. What you probably heard is I saw reviews before I even watched it, and one review I saw said that this is definitely Zack Snyder's movie. And then you heard talks about how Zack was talking about how he was going to lighten this movie up, and how it was going to be different. It wasn't going to be as dark as BVS and Man of Steel.
Why?
So, I know. So you watching it for the first time, you're kind of going, oh, okay, maybe this is Zack's work, but he just kind of went down a different path, or he changed the way he was doing stuff. And then the whole story comes out, and you're like, no, like Joss Whedon pretty much reshot everything. And then, it was just, it's at first I wanted to like it, like everyone said, but then it was just like, nope, can't watch it again.
Wow, look at Samir. He says, I got to admit, Justice League was, I said it.
Why did you say that name?
I don't want to say that name anymore. Justice League was the first DC movie I saw after the Dark Knight trilogy. Wow, really? And previous Batman and Superman movies. So I had positive feelings about it first, and then I saw Man of Steel and BVS, and my mind changed. Oh, of course. I mean, the thing that threw me off right off the bat was the fact that, it looked like shit, but how the score was just so corny.
Oh god, the
It
score.
was so bad. I was like, wait, where's
Ugh.
all the Hans Zimmer music? Like
Yeah.
he made this music because this is the new themes, and now you've gone away from that. Like, why would you do that for? Like, why?
Like
That's-
in my old video before Justice League came out, I was like, oh, you know, I think what maybe Danny Elfman is kind of trying to do is, you know, he's bringing back he said he's going to bring back the old Superman theme, maybe have a twist on it, he says, and the Batman theme, his Batman theme, the only one theme that he says he's going to bring that back. And I thought, you know, I guess this could be like a celebration of everything DC. So I kind of that's the way I was thinking, and then I went to watch it. It was nothing like that.
No. Not even the soundtrack or the music was good. Everything was bad. Everything
was bad.
Yep.
Everything. I mean, it was unmemorable. And I've watched like fan edits, like AB directors fan edit that he did, and I remember just having Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL score put into those scenes. It made the scenes like 1,000 times better, and it wasn't even like well done because of the fact that you're using this crappy or all these reshoots. But even having that score, Hans Zimmer's music being played, it made the movie serious. It made it more believable, and it didn't feel like I was playing like a PS4 game. That it was just so bad. It was so bad.
That's funny you said that, because my favorite scene in the movie, I think, is when they're in the Kryptonian ship and they play that quick Hans Zimmer snippet from Man of Steel.
Yeah,
very quickly, maybe like 10 seconds. And like at that moment, I was like, "Oh my god, emotion!" And then it just went back.
And it was just gone.
Yep.
But I think that was a deleted scene that you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, they had the deleted scene where Superman walks into the Kryptonian ship looking for a suit. I'm talking about when they're trying to resurrect him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when they put him in, I think like they all walk in together and it plays it for a couple seconds. But yeah.
So in the spirit of this horrible movie that we were just talking about, our good friend AK, who's in the chat right now, AK Edits, he made a trailer recently that kind of demonstrates just how bad that movie really was. And we're going to take a look at that really quickly and then move on to our third segment.
All right.
Let me find this one because I have like a million tabs open right now, and that's the worst thing about here it is. You guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
I know.
For working eyes.
You smell good.
Before? Can you at least point me to Atlantis? You will love me.
Mankind's melting the polar ice caps, destroying the ecosystem. They got it coming.
Look how bad that
I don't
looks.
mind if the ocean rise.
How about if they boil?
This janitor's wife had some strong words for the aliens she says stole her man.
My Howard is a good man. He's a provider. And these aliens are gonna probe him?
Oh,
You're gorgeous and fierce and strong and
He said that you were the thirstiest young woman he ever met.
my God.
Hungriest.
I like the music he's
What
playing
is
now.
brunch?
That's from
You
Dune.
wait in line
Yeah.
for an hour for essentially lunch. I mean, I don't know. People are a little slow.
I'll try to keep up.
Clark.
I hate that shot. He looks confused and fat.
Something is definitely bleeding. Fear. I can smell it.
Did you ever fight a hippo?
Glad I didn't miss this. Yeah.
Oh
Now
God.
she's glad.
The Russian family. Jeez.
Joss Whedon's Justice League. Anyways, that's funny.
So, AK, thank you for making that. It is pretty funny. We watched it last night, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" And what's funny is that when I played it last night, I hadn't even watched it yet. So I was like, "Wait, what is this?" And I thought it was a real trailer because it just says Dune style. I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, what the hell is this?" Oh, Sil, I told Sil, I'm like, "Hey, you can log in if you want." He's like, "I'm watching football." Oh, thanks, Sil. Okay, so this is gonna be it. So we're gonna round out the show right now, but the way the Nickatina show ends, especially the Sunday edition, when I have such great guests as yourselves, is we play a little game called the Age Game. And so what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna put up pictures of actors, and you guys are gonna guess their age. And the first one to usually I go to 3, but since there's only 2 of you, let's just go. We'll keep it at 3 for now. Okay. So the first one to get 3 right wins. Okay. So this will test your movie knowledge.
Are we just gonna say it out, or are you gonna give us turns?
No, I'm gonna give you turns.
All right.
I'm in control here.
Okay.
I told him. Okay. Whatever, dude. Okay, so we're gonna stop. God. Okay, the first actor that we're gonna do is none other than Ben Affleck. Tyler, how old is Ben Affleck?
48.
$48 is correct.
Oh wow!
Oh
Right
man.
off the bat, you're winning. Damn. Okay. All right.
My bad.
All right, Gob, this one's for you.
I was gonna say 43, but oh well.
Okay, and you guys move to the private chat. Don't look at the regular chat because they will give you the answer. And like Fatal J likes to look at the chat. he says that he doesn't, but we know that he does. Okay, so here we go. Oh wait, I can't do that. What am I doing? I went full screen. I'm like, wait, I can't do that. I can't control anything. Okay, so the next actor that we're gonna have up there is none other than Colin Farrell, who's going to be the Penguin in the upcoming The Batman movie by Matt Reeves, starring Robert Pattinson. How old is Colin Farrell? Gob, the guess is yours.
I will say 44.
44. Okay. Survey says. $44 is the answer. So Gob ties it up. He ties it up.
Wow.
Here we go.
Damn.
And now whoever gets to 3 has a chance to tie it and push the score out. So we'll see. The next actor is he starred in the movie 300 by Zack Snyder. Gerard Butler. Tyler, how old is Gerard Butler?
46.
46. Final answer?
Yeah.
Oh hell no! Okay, Gob, this one goes to you. How old is Gerard Butler?
43.
43. Here we go. Sorry, guys. 50 was the answer. I know.
Okay.
I was shocked too.
Okay.
I was like 50 years old. God damn.
Wow.
Okay, the next actor that we're gonna put up here. Well, let's see how everyone's doing in the chat. He's all what's the prize? So I am working on a new thing. It's similar to my good friend Anthony, who couldn't be here today. Oh wait, I was gonna play his little segment, but I'm in the wrong. Here we hold on. I gotta go back because I mentioned Anthony's name.
It's fire.
So similar to what Anthony does, I'm gonna start giving out T-shirts to all the guests because I appreciate you guys being here. Although I am not in the capacity to make shirts yet, but I will be very soon. Okay, so the next actor or next celebrity, let's put it that way. Next celebrity that we're gonna put up there is none other than a good friend of ours, Mr. Dawson Weidrich. How old is Dawson? Gob. Is it Gob or is it Tyler's?
I think it's me, right?
Yeah, no, it's yours, Tyler. Go ahead.
23.
23.
Yeah.
Not cool. Not cool.
It is 23, but that doesn't count because you know him. Anyway, yes, he's just a child. Okay, the next actor, and this is for you, Tyler. How old? Well, next celebrity. How old is Gal Gadot?
Oh, 36.
36?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no! All right, Gob. This one's yours to take the lead.
35.
35, final answer. $35 is the answer.
Damn.
So he's up 2-1. One more point, and Gob is going to win this.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance. There is always a chance.
Only 6 years.
If we can get the Snyder cut, there's always a chance.
All right.
Oh, we got Mad Max. What's up, Max?
Yo, what's up?
I was gonna do this one too, but I didn't know his exact age, and he won't tell me his age either. Even on the phone with him, I'm like, yeah, I'll like tell him, how old I am and everything, and then he'll be like, I'm like, you're the same age, right? Yeah, somewhere around there. I'm like, what are you, my mother? Come on, tell me how old you are, and he won't tell me. He's one of those guys where, like, if he shows you his ID, he's gonna cover up the year he was born. Okay. So the next actor that we're gonna do is none other than where is he? This is gonna be a tough one. The Rock.
50.
You're gonna go with 50.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Gob, this is you.
I would go with 46.
46. Oh, hell no! No, the correct answer for The Rock is shockingly 48.
Oh.
Yeah, he was close. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so remember, Gob is 1 point away from ending this show and winning this game. Right now, he's like, I gotta end this shit. Look at 50. Look at Andrew knew the answer. Of course he did. 48. Okay, so here we go. The next actor that we're gonna have to guess the age for will be none other than, where is he? Well, he's not even an actor, really. He's ascended. He's someone that we all respect, Zack Snyder.
Oh, man.
Whose turn is it now? Oh, no, it's Tyler's.
Yeah. I'm going to say 54.
Was the answer. So now it is tied. It is 2-2. This could be anyone's game now. The next person to get an answer right can seal it. And here we go. The next person, not him. The next person is none other than
Grace Randolph.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
I should have got her.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's go with international. Michael Fassbender. Gob, how old is Michael Fassbender?
Now, I would say 43.
43? Okay, and the judges say 43!
Oh, that was my guess too. That was my guess too.
Gob has technically won the game, but we're going to see if Tyler can tie it up. Okay, this is like college football. They get a chance to tie it.
Oh.
Okay, so here's your guy right here that you have to guess. If you get this wrong, Gob leaves here with a T-shirt that I will make for him in the near future. I'll send you just a black mug. You're like, okay, that's
Send me
great.
that poster in the back, the Man of Steel.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty sick, yeah.
Oh, I love it. Here, hold on. Let me put myself down here so you can see it. See all that up there? Oh, wait, actually, you know what? You guys don't see. I have the live and the viewer count up here. So, see, I have a Periscope viewer as well. Yeah, but it's a really cool poster. I got it on Amazon, and there was only a few left. It might still be on there, but I actually stalked it. Like I found it, and then I came back weeks later, and it was still there, so I bought it. And I love it.
Nice.
It's really cool. Okay, so the next actor, if Tyler can tie up this game, is none other than Amy Adams.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say 40.
40?
Yeah.
Oh hell no! It was 46. So Gob, you are the winner.
46. Good for her.
You never know it, huh?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I won anything, so awesome.
Yeah. And guys, thank you so much for being here. This was a lot of fun. We do the trivia show just on the Sunday shows, and if I do a regular show on the week during the week, I'll do it as well. But I don't do this on the midnight show because we just talk, you know. But like I've told everybody else, I am on vacation for the next few weeks, so I will do my shows at a much more regular time. So you'll see me a little more often, and I'll be able to hook up with you, Tyler, more often as well. So it should be fun.
Right.
And Gob, thank you so much for coming on here. Both of you guys, thank you so much for coming on here. Let's do it again sometime. This was a lot of fun. And let's real quick, Gob, where can they find you? I mean, they know where to find Gob. Come on.
Just find me on Twitter, Facebook, Letterboxd, YouTube, at Film Gob.
And Tyler?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, Subjective Reviews. That's where you can find me.
You know, when we started this game, I was going to have Gob go first, and then I was going to give you Jeff Johns. But I decided I was like, I'm not even going to go there. Screw those guys.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, I know. And everybody had a good time. A great panel, great show. This was fun, you guys. I had a really good time. Always a delight here, huh, AK? Thank you. Let me join next time. It's been a while. Okay, Andrew, next time on tomorrow night's show, I'll let you join. I know you've been wanting to join for a while, so you will be able to join on the next show, okay? You will be my featured guest, Andrew. That's how much I appreciate you. And guys, I also have a Patreon account, and I just want to say a big shout out to where am I? I'm in the wrong brand. There we go. A big shout out to my first Patreon of the Nickatina show, which is Juan Villarreal, who's aka Dr. Fate. So when you see Dr. Fate out there on YouTube streams, he is also my Patreon. He's a VIP Patreon. And thank you so much, guys. If you go on to Patreon, you can become a Patreon to the Nickatina show. I'm adding more and more things to each tier. I'm not at Gob's level yet, but I will be soon. It takes hard work and dedication. Gob, any advice to how you create a successful YouTube channel?
I don't know. Just piss people off, I guess.
Yes.
That's a good way to start. Yeah. Actually, no, that's a bad way to start. Just enjoy what you know. What are you creating? What are you talking about? Talk about what's something you love, that you have a lot of knowledge on. You're not going to get bored of it. And just have fun with it.
And there we go. All right, guys. Any parting words for the viewers and the fans out there?
No. Have a good one. Release the Snyder Cut.
I didn't ask you.
Catch me on my channel. I'll be live in about 2 hours.
About 2 hours. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And everyone in the chat, we got Rashnan, AK, Akbar, McLovin, Mattia. That's it, right?
Yep.
Mattia, Ray's Collection, Andrew Casali, who'll be on the show on Monday, Reese, Kevin, Gavin Cooley, everybody else that I may be missing because I'm seeing everyone else. South Cali guy, Samir, Richard Richardson, all you guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all you guys, and I will see you guys next time.